We welcome you to Anderson County High School. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but hi again, everybody. John Balders alongside Rick Reams. The first of two in the semifinals tonight, Spencer County and North Oldham. And Rick, a quick start here for Spencer on this first quarter.
That's what we talked about, which team could get out quickly. North Oldham started off in their zone, and Spencer's really been able to kind of attack the middle of that, get a couple quick baskets, go up 8-3, and right now already have 2 fouls on Gracie Sipes, so she's going to have to sit out the rest of it, not this quarter, this half.
Sipes, their leading scorer, didn't play a lot on Monday night, averaging about 16 points per game. 8-3 if you're just joining us. Spencer County on top. Under 4 here in the first. A long three up by the senior there. No good, Katie Smith, but a second chance inside. And Sailor Hankins takes some contact.
Yeah, Katie Smith hit a three-pointer early to get their 3 points on the board. It's got a second chance opportunity, and North Oldham's going to go to the bench again.
Smith with a couple big free throws in the close 50-48 win over Owen County in the quarters on Monday night. Spencer also comes off a 46-45 win in the second game in the quarters on Monday night against Simon Kenton. Both teams coming in averaging about 50 points per game. What do you expect to see here in the tempo game tonight?
Well, you know, the coaches even talked about the fact this is going to be a slow-down game. It's just going to come down, I think, again to the final baskets to see what's going to happen. Neither of these teams is in a huge hurry to get into the offensive set. Just waiting to see if they can get some easy opportunities.
Inside Hankins, and gets it taken away. Spencer going to bring it across. Skylar Mills in the front court. It looks like we're seeing a 2-3 here early.
Yeah, it's almost a 1-1-3. It's a very interesting defense. They're trapping in the corners, but there's been a lot of opening right under the basket.
3 balls straight on, no good there by Mills. Second chance underneath. Ella Brown, who had an excellent game, came alive on Monday night with 17, grabs the board.
One problem with the zone defense is it's hard to find someone to block out, so you can give up a lot of second chance opportunities. We talked about that as being one of the keys to the game.
Brown in the corner, making her 32nd start tonight, has started all 32 games. The senior who really stepped up was the second leading scorer on this team last year and has stepped into that main spot on this roster.
Tell you what, it's not always easy to do that. Sometimes it's a bit easier to be that second person on the team, but to step forward.
Inside Mills again. Going to give it over to Rocky. Rocky to the corner. Open here for 3-ball by. Brown no good, but stays with it underneath. Missed it on the second chance, and it goes out of play.
Tell you, that's one thing you have to do. You've got to find that shooter on the shot and block out so she didn't get that second chance opportunity. Almost had a third chance opportunity, but just could not get the ball to roll in the basket.
They get it in here to Loers. She'll get across to Katie Smith. In the corner for Cameron. Daly everything around the perimeter. 2:05 left here in the first. Inside Hankins trying to get into the paint, and a bad pass.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a pass or a shot, but either way, not a great offensive possession there by North Oldham.
Kayla Basham, number 1 out there for Spencer. John Howie talked a lot about him in the pregame show, stepping up into that second spot this year for this Bears team and averaging about 8 points per game. She has it right now. Over to Brown. Mills, and with no shot clock, using as much time as they want. Rocky in the corner.
Again, they're running their offense and just waiting for the shot that they want.
Back up top to Basham. Mills, Skylar Mills, one of the seniors on this team. Back to Basham. In the corner, Brown trying to go baseline and steps on it.
Yeah, made a mistake there, but really, really good defense by North Oldham there to kind of use that sideline as your third leg, if you would, and Kennedy Daly did a really good job stopping that penetration.
Mac McIntosh has really led with defense this year for a North Oldham team. Inside on the turnover, and a chance there, no good for Hallie Johnson, but she'll go the line.
One thing Spencer's trying to do in order to increase the speed of this game is press. And they just got to turn over off the press. So if you're North Oldham, you're going to have to be aware of that. And with the press, you do not want to pick your dribble up. You want to keep your dribble alive and make quick, sharp passes.
Johnson, coming in as 68% free throw shooter, makes the first. The Lady Mustangs had 25 points off turnover on Monday night. The Lady Bears in their win against the Pioneers of Simon Ken, only 5 points off turnovers, but a chance here to cut the deficit in the last minute of the first quarter, and it's no good. 1 for 2 for Johnson, and back to North Oldham.
And North Oldham only has 3 points on the board in this quarter, looking for a basket to at least end the quarter on a positive note.
And it's a big loss not having Gracie Sipes out there with the 2 quick fouls.
Yeah, she got 1 on charge, and then the other she just tried to block a shot.
Hankins inside, picked up here by Mills, spins around and sends it back up top. In the corner, Gross, and we got a whistle. This will deflect out of play.
Yeah, Hankins is really strong on the inside. Saw her play last year. Really, really talented in there. But right now, Spencer's doing a really good job of kind of botting her up and pushing her out of her comfort zone out there.
Spencer got the 39-31 win over this North Oldham team back in February. And a 9-3 game right now. And a turnover there will give it back to the Bears.
Bears can hold for the last shot if they'd like.
Up top here with Kayla Basham. Basham had 6 points and 4 boards, played all 32 minutes on Monday night.
5 seconds.
She'll fire from long range, in and out, no good. And that will end the first quarter. A fast one it was. And after 8, a 9-3 Spencer lead here on Glycott.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Spencer on top 9-3 as we head the second back here at Anderson County High School. For the first of 2 in this 8th Region semifinal matchup with Rick Reams, I'm John Baldridge. And Rick, what did you see in the first 8 minutes?
Well, I'll tell you what, I saw Spencer County pretty well have their way. Got to the ball where they wanted to get the ball. They didn't hit as many shots as I'm sure they'd like, but with this 9-3 lead, and then I saw a North Oldham team that is just a little uncomfortable right now on the offensive end. And as you said, one big part of that is Gracie Sipes having 2 fouls, not being able to play. Be interesting to see if they're going to be able to make it till halftime without playing her, because you can't get too far behind and just say, well, she's got 2 fouls.
Do you consider bringing her back in if you fall behind?
I do. I'd say if this game gets to a little bit further than a 10, 12-point lead, I got to go ahead and get her back in the game. If not, this game could be over quick.
A big first possession coming here for North as they got it here with Hankins inside Daly, and she's fouled.
Yeah, really good possession. Again, I'm going to give Coach McIntosh credit. He was on that board the whole time, drawing up plays, trying to tell his girls where they want them. And I think the good thing was there, try to flash that ball in the middle, and that's where they got it. Now she's going to get to the free throw line.
Kennedy Daly only had 2 points and 2 boards on Monday. Playing her 13th game tonight, comes in around 71% from the line and makes the first. Daly, a 5'8" sophomore, shooting about 38% from the field and has been a key piece of this puzzle this year. Playing in the middle for this North Oldham Mustangs team and goes 1 for 2, trying to stay with Hankins and taken away. Brought back up here by Mills, and she'll set it up top for the Bears.
And here comes Sipes to the scorer's table. So we got our answer.
It only took about 30 seconds. Mills fires from straight on. No good, off the back of the heel right there. Second chance underneath, and Cox lays it in.
I'll tell you what, offensive rebound is such a huge thing against this zone defense. You've got to find someone and put a body on her. If not, they're going to really hurt you on the boards and second chance opportunities. And another turnover on the press.
Brown got her hands on over to Basham. Kayla Basham will bring it to the corner, swing it over to the wing right side here for Brown, and back up top.
Yeah, one thing Spencer's trying to find is on that back side, they're able to slip some people underneath, not being checked.
Inside Brown, and she'll get the shooter's roll.
Yeah, this game right now is really, really at a point where North Oldham and another turnover.
And if you're North, how do you break this press?
Well, what you got to do is you got to quit dribbling through it. You got to flash someone in the middle, pass, and then pass off to a wing. Try to make Spencer County pay for pressing you and not get dividends time after time. I'd say if Spencer County scores here, you might see a timeout by North because you've got to do something to figure this out and get Gracie Sipes in this game.
Around the perimeter, we've seen a lot of that in the first half here from Spencer and doing a good job of it right now.
Yeah, really great passing.
Basham gets it inside. Back over to Basham, this time to Cox. And this is where the no shot clock really helps a team using their time and up with a 9-point lead right now. Inside Mills underneath, found an open Cox, and she's fouled.
What a great pass there. Was able to, like you said, get into the lane, make the pass. Didn't get it in the basket, but get the free throw line.
Mallory Cox and her junior season for this Spencer team. This is the first here. Cox only saw 5 minutes Monday, seeing some time here in the first half, and trying to put a 10-point lead on the board.
Sipes is back in the game. You've got to be Coach McIntosh. You got to tell her she can't get her third foul. Got to play aggressive, but play smart.
Ava Rocky will check back in as Cox will take a seat. Smith gets it across. 14-4, 5:45 left here in this first half of play. Katie Smith tries to attack the lane, and she's fouled underneath.
And I think that's one thing we're seeing that's a little bit different now is that North Oldham is actually taking the ball to the basket instead of just being content to pass around the perimeter.
Smith made a couple crucial free throws on Monday night to pick up the win for Mac McIntosh's North Oldham team. Makes the first there. Had 16 in that ball game Monday night in 31 minutes. And has her 4th point right now. And goes 2 for 2. She has all 6 points for this North Oldham team.
Now they're moving Gracie Sipes up to the top of this zone defense. She's a lot more aggressive. Maybe they're trying to get some deflections there. She's going to move it out and try to wreak a little bit more havoc.
Mills over to Rocky. Rocky back up top, will hand it off to Basham. Picked up here by Gracie Sipes. Sipes looking for the steal. No foul call. Could have been one.
Yeah. That's what she has to be careful. I know she's very aggressive, but you can't get that third foul.
Mills, an open Brown. She'll fire, and it's in and out. No good. Smith trying to attack the rim. We'll send it to the corner. Smith back inside, and she's fouled once again as she attacked the hole.
Yeah, really good job there by Smith. She's doing a great job getting to the basket. Now get to the free throw line.
Katie Smith, one of the 3 seniors on this team with Gracie Sipes and Sailor Hankins. And her coach could not speak more highly of her before the ball game. Making some shots in the crucial minutes on Monday. Makes a free throw there, cuts it back to 7. Here with 4:46 left in the first half. And it's just slowly trying to cut that deficit.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do. You're not going to score 11 points at one time. So what you have to do is you got to cut in. But what they've got to do down here is they've got to get a stop. Got to get multiple stops.
Basham sets it up top. Looks for Rocky in the corner. She'll let one fly, and it's no good. Deflects back with Basham. She'll get back to Mills. Back to Basham to the corner left side. No good. Smith corrals the board.
Yeah, Spencer's really helping North Oldham out by shooting a bunch of threes here. I think you need to at least move that inside and then back out for the 3.
We roll under 4 here in this first half and a 14-7 Spencer lead. Looking for Sipes inside, and we got a foul here on Ava Rocky.
Again, really good job flashing the lane in there, getting in there, going to get the ball underneath, but getting closer to shooting 2 free throws for the rest of the half. That's the quickest way to cut into a lead, is to score points when the clock's not moving.
Already 4 fouls here. One more puts this North Oldham team in the bonus. A timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. A 14-7 Spencer lead here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
14-7 Spencer back here in Anderson County on Glycod. I hope everybody's having a great Friday night. Thank you very much for spending it with us. With Rick Reams, I'm John Baldridge here in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. The first of 2 semifinal matchups in the 8th Region tonight, with a good second one to come between Anderson County and South Oldham later, but a good first half we've seen so far.
Yeah, so far, and I'd say what Coach McIntosh with North Oldham has to be more pleased with the way the second quarter has gone. And on the opposite end, Spencer County, not quite as pleased, I'm sure, right now. Coach Howie talking to his team about defensive flashing, but also not settling for three-point shots. Play your offense. You see if you can get some easy baskets underneath.
Sipes will trigger it in, get it back up top to her counterpart, the senior Casey Smith, and Smith looks inside to Hankins. Back to Smith, pulls up from the free throw line, no good. A little in transition there.
Yeah, she was a little off balance, and especially whenever your feet are turned sideways across from the basket, it's almost impossible to put that shot in unless your name is Rob Dillingham.
Think we got any Rob Dillinghams out there tonight?
No, I've not seen them yet. Now, Anderson County, they're the real deal also, so it'll be interesting to see. But, he's changed the kind of the scope of basketball, and it's interesting to see. It won't be long. In a few years, we're going to see some girls come through. That always happens. It cycles through.
Brown inside, and she's fouled at the elbow. And that's going to go on Hankins.
Yeah.
And the second here on North Oldham.
Yeah, and also the second on Hankins, and that's a tough one just because of the fact that with her size. Interesting to see if they're just looks like they're going to keep her in right now, at least for 3 minutes left in this quarter.
Good crowd here tonight. A lot more people coming in from Lawrenceburg to see Anderson County later, the home team in this tournament. And up top here, Spencer has it with Mills. Over to Rocky. Under 3 we play here in the second quarter.
This offense right now is kind of bogged down just a little bit. They're going to go about 4 across and see if they can get an opening.
Inside, Brown to the corner, extra pass. Basham left side, and it's no good. Tipped up in the air, and we got a foul underneath. And this will give it back to North Oldham.
Yeah, a foul there on Gracie Brown. That's a mistake you don't want to make. You don't want to reach across. Coach Howie's telling her the same thing. Made a silly foul there. So now you're going to be shooting 2 free throws for the last 2 minutes. The good thing for North Oldham is they only have 2 fouls. So right now you're putting North Oldham to the free throw line.
Rocky going to check out as the Mustangs will head to the line here. It'll be Avery Cameron. Cameron, the junior, had 2 points Monday night. Trying to get her first points of this ball game and misses the first there.
And I'll tell you what, North Oldham, they're using everyone. They've used everyone but 2 players on their bench already. So they're floating a lot of players through. But you have to if you get into foul trouble.
It's a much deeper Spencer County bench, but they only go about 7 or 8 deep. North uses their whole bench, only have 4 girls active over there. They're using all 4 tonight.
Well, the one good thing about that is it gets you experience in the first half, kind of get that sweat going and get the nerves out and everything, and then see what happens at the end of the game. And like you said, Spencer, they may have to go with some other players also, so everyone on that bench has to be ready.
Long 3 by Basham, no good, and slowly Spencer starting to miss some shots.
Yeah, Basham has really, I tell you what, she's got the green light, which means she's a three-point shooter, but tonight just not going in, 31% on the year, and they're going to take her out right now. And I think the problem with that shot was it was just so early in the offense. And I think that's the thing I see with Spencer right now is you can get those threes anytime. Try to run your offense, see if you can get some penetration inside the lane for an easy dish off.
Mills picked up by Daly. And when you talk about North Oldham too, they run that press coming out of a bucket scored by Spencer County. And when you go 9 deep, it helps a little bit having a game tomorrow night.
Exactly. And there.
3 ball right there, and it falls. And it's back to a 9-point game.
Cassie Scott comes in off the bench and hits a 3.
Scott, who had a 3 on Monday, added 1 right there. Inside Daly, a chance for 1 more.
And I tell you what, you're seeing a real, and I talked about it, you're seeing a real focus on flashing the middle, getting the ball right down by the basket. That time, Daly absorbed the hit, put the ball in the basket. It's going to go after the old-fashioned 3.
Kennedy Daly, the sophomore, already's attempted a couple free throws tonight, bagged the stripe here. Comes in 71% and trying to cut the deficit here in the last minute 30 in this first half.
Gracie Sipes is coming out, a smart coaching move, a minute 26, no need to get that 3rd foul.
And it's good right there in the end. 1 falls for Daly. 17-11 game. Spencer gonna bring it up in their black jersey tonight, North Oldham in the white. Semifinal matchup number 1 in this 8th region in Lawrenceburg. Brown in the corner. Picked up by Daly. Back to Mills straight on. Cassie Scott. Scott, who just made a 3 a second ago, comes in only 22% from behind the arc this year.
Well, I tell you what, she came in, she had no hesitation when she shot that ball.
Brown back to Scott. She'll fire again. This time no good.
Right on line, just didn't quite have enough arch on that ball to get in.
Smith setting up the offense, gets her instructions from her head coach, Mac McIntosh. Looking inside and a bad pass. And there's another one at the timeline, taken back here and set back up by Lours. She'll get inside, shot, and it's gonna fall. Got it in the hands of Gross, and she puts it in for 2.
Nice pass there, and a great move by Ross getting to the basket. 13 seconds, last shot here, but boy, this game's really tightened up.
Mills, picked up by Smith, trying to go left side, runs off a screen. Into the paint, puts one up, no good. Second chance doesn't fall, and what a response in the last minutes of the second half to really get back into the ball game for North Oldham.
I tell you what, only scoring 3 points in the first quarter, you could very easily say we're done, but they didn't. I tell you what, great response. 17-13 at half. Man, we're in for a game.
Should be fun. We'll take a break, look at some stats, be back in a moment here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by the Oldham County Health Department. Find out about their array of wellness programs and services by visiting oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people, strong community.
At the half, a 17-13 Spencer County lead. Back with Rick Reams here. Taking a look at some halftime stats, but Rick, a really impressive first quarter by North Oldham. By Spencer County got out to a 9-3 lead, but since then it was evenly matched, and Spencer's hanging the ball game.
Yeah, I tell you what, right now Spencer is just, they're settling for shots that I don't think they need to settle for. The first part of the game, they were able to flash the middle, able to get the ball inside and make passes underneath the basket. This time they're just settling for threes and different things. And right now, Spencer, they're kind of, when we look at their scoring later, it's kind of scoring by committee. There's no one that's taken over this game on both sides of this game. This North Oldham team, very, very impressed how they just kind of stayed with it, even with Gracie Sipes getting 2 fouls, with Sailor Hankins getting 2 fouls. They were able to kind of keep the ball rolling, get in there, make some plays. And again, I think the key change between quarter one and quarter two was North Oldham decided to stop just passing the ball around the outside, but try to flash people in the middle.
Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. You talked about it. You kind of hit on it best. North Oldham has only attempted 2 threes. They're 1 for 2. Spencer's attempted 12. They're 1 for 12.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a point in time where as a coach you say, okay, girls, that's enough. You know, if we get a 3, we'll take it later on, but let's try to pass the ball around. Let's see if we can't get some good inside shots. And again, to me, a good 3 is where you pass the ball in, flare it out to a wide open 3, not settling for a 3 early in the possession.
We take a look at some team numbers here. Tonight's first half stats are brought to you by Oldham Financial. They provide clarity for your financial future. Visit oldhamfinancial.com for more information. For the Lady Mustangs, they have 2 points off turnovers. The Bears with 9 points in the paint. The Bears with 10. The Mustangs with 4. Largest leads up in 14 points for this Bears team. And second effort points, 4 for the Bears, none for this Mustangs team. And defensively, we've seen a lot of stops both ways. 14 for the Bears, 9 for the Mustangs. You talked a lot about in the first half, trying to get those stops.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you needed to do when you're down, you know, 11-3, 14-3, things like that. You've got to get some stops. You got to score on one end, but it doesn't matter. When you have that deficit, you can't make that up if the other team keeps scoring, and that's what they did. The other thing they were able to do where they started getting some fouls on the Lady Bears and were able to get to the free throw line, which again, you can make a deficit up without that clock moving, and that's what they did. So in the second half, again, both teams need stops, but they're going to have to get some offense going We talked about, in the pregame, Coach Howie talked about the thought he would be a 40 or 50-point game. Well, that's going to be high scoring at this point in time. I mean, you're looking right now, this game would end up 34-26 if things hold true, and I don't think that's the case. But one of these teams have to find some offense somewhere.
Both of these teams averaging about 50 points per game. Spencer right at 50, North Oldham 53 per game. We look at the individual numbers now. Hallie Johnson with 3 points, also has 2 fouls. Skylar Mills with 2s. Ella Brown has played all 16 minutes, has 4 points and 5 rebounds, leads them in boards in this ball game. Ava Rocky with 2, Mallory Cox with 2, and Cassie Smith with 3 for Spencer. For North Oldham, Taylor Hankins has no points, has 2 boards, though, has played 13 minutes. Avery Cameron with 1 point, has 1 board. Lors with no points, has played 13 minutes. Catherine Smith with 6. Kennedy Daly with 4. And Ivy Gross with 2. It's going to be important. We saw early in this ball game, Sipes got in foul trouble to stay out of that. She possibly could have picked up her 3rd foul right around the half-court line there. She has to play big in the second half to fight back. Yeah,
what she's going to have to do is whatever is on her right now, she needs to wash it off right now at halftime, realize this is her senior year. Man, she's a really good player, and sometimes you have nights like this. But what you have to do if you have a night like this, you got to play harder. You got to start taking the ball to the basket, see if you can get to the free throw line, because a lot of times if you can see one basket go in, that's all you need to see. All of a sudden, everything changes.
Rick and I will have the second half coming here shortly. And again, tonight's first half stats are presented by Oldham Financial Aid. 17-13 lead at the break. We'll have the third coming up here shortly on Glycott.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's
We go to the third here. John Baldridge with Rick Reams on Glycott. Our semifinal matchup in the 8th region between Spencer and North Oldham. A good first half, a 17-13 Spencer lead. And what do you expect to see here in the third quarter?
Well, already we see that Spencer is flashing in the middle just keeping, keeping Ella Brown up in the middle, trying to get more touches for her. See what happens, and they so far at least haven't settled for any of those threes. One thing I did see, John, though, that I really paid attention to was when both these teams came out the second half, not a ball was touched. They didn't come out and shoot any. They didn't warm up any. They came and sat on the bench. I don't know if that means they're tired, if they're focused, or what, but I'd be interested to know what the thought was behind that.
Well, the winner plays tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, so back-to-back games coming for the winner of this matchup here tonight. Inside a foul there. We'll keep it with Spencer. We talked about it. Spencer was 1 for 12 from the three-point line in the first half, and they're using their time here again, but you got to settle for good shots.
Yes, and then a turnover there by Ella Brown.
Back here with Sipes. She'll fire, and it's no good off the back of the rim. Grabbed there by Rocky underneath.
Good rebound. I think that one was actually a pretty good shot. She had it in transition. She's made those shots before, but that one just didn't go in. But now you can't get frustrated and get a foul here.
Brown going to hand it off and is called for a carry, trying to give it to Basham.
Yeah, it's her second straight turnover. Coach Hives's doing a good job just talking to his senior, just telling her to settle down, get into the flow of the game. We're fine.
Spencer got out to the 9-3 lead. And North has hung around since then. Inside here, Hankins, no good. Second chance, up off the glass, and it falls for Gross.
Really nice play by Gross there, getting in there, getting the rebound and putting it right back in the basket. Cut this lead to 2.
Mills up top to Brown, triple team. Sipes gets a hand on it, gets it back to Mills. Basham in the corner looking for Johnson at the free throw line and a foul. And it's going tight here as Mustangs are right on top of them.
Yeah, they are. They've really increased the defensive pressure. It's what you need to do. But one thing Spencer's not doing now, I'm seeing, is they are not really setting picks like they had been, and that would get some openings for them. They're really relying on one-on-one.
Back up top here, they have it with Brown. Mills in the corner, Rocky.
Someone needs to flash that middle.
Lors comes way out, gets it back to Mills inside. A good kick underneath to Johnson. Extra pass, 3-ball, and it's good. The second 3 of the day, and right there it falls for Rocky.
That is the way you do that offense. Move it inside, back out for 3. Rocky with the shot, no hesitation. Really, really good play. Coach Howie's calling timeout. He wants to tell his girls that's what he wants to see. That's what he wants to see on the offensive end.
5-point game. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment. And the third here on Glidecott.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glidecott.
Turnover leads the points. Johnson to the hole. Back to a 7-point lead for Spencer on top, 22-15 here in the third. North Oldham trying to cut the deficit with Rick Reams. I'm John Baldridge.
And Spencer County's really turned up the defensive intensity.
Hankins back up top. Smith an open look, and no good. Only the third 3 of the night by North Oldham, and has only made 1.
Yeah, now it's going to be interesting to see if they do the same thing again. They need to flash that middle. They're going to go, again, 4 wide up top, see if they can get the ball in the middle, and then go off that play.
Round trying to work her way in. No good. Johnson right there. Second chance, and it falls.
There's what Spencer County needs to do. And this is what they did in the first quarter. John, they were able to kind of have their way on the inside, and then they started settling for those threes. And right now you're seeing the difference in this team.
Allie Johnson has played well inside today and inside in this tournament. The junior, 5-10, trying to make the and one, is able to do so. Back to a 10-point game.
I was going to say North Oldham is really in need of a bucket right now. You can't force one up, but, boy, you don't want to give this Spencer County team more ammunition.
Smith double team, gets it over to Sipes. Sipes inside to Daly, trying to get cross court to Loers. Inside from the elbow, the shot up no good by Hankins. Good passing, but it couldn't fall.
Yeah, just can't find the basket right now. Really good offensive set. But now we talked about it. You've got to get a stop here if you're North Oldham.
Johnson inside looking to get it back to Brown, and a bad pass.
Yeah.
We got a foul. Daly going inside.
Yeah, she just needed to be more patient on that. Was able to just, Johnson just made the wrong pass to the wrong person.
An 8-2 start here in this third quarter by Spencer in this semifinal matchup. Sipes finds some room, missed it, trying to stay with it and taken away though by Rocky.
Yeah, Sipes just can't find the basket right now. Spencer County, now they don't need to be in a hurry. Just you got this lead, keep it.
Brown inside, Ella Brown to the hole, and she's got the deuce.
Tell you what, just a huge third quarter here for Spencer County.
Loers looking for Daly, kind of forced it there, deflects out a play as the Bears got a hand on it.
Tell you what, North Oldham is just looking any way they can to find some offense and just not being able to find it right now.
Sipes trying to trigger it in, looking to get it over to Gross, and it throws away, out of play.
Yeah, she thought she was going to be able to get a little bit of leverage in there, and then thought someone else was behind her, and the ball just trickled out of bounds for another turnover.
So Skylar Mills will walk it into the front court. The Bears back up on top by 12. She's running her three here in this third quarter. Rocky picked up high by Daly. Trying to get rid of it, gets it to Brown. Brown goes in to the hole, down to the block, goes up strong and has two.
Brown's having a really good third quarter here, kind of showing her dominance.
A 14-point lead now. After North was trying to fight back into it, the Bears have tacked some more on and almost take it away there.
Yeah, just the worst possible start for North Oldham.
North Oldham coming in averaging, talked 53 points per game, about 27 boards per game also. Spencer averaging also 27 boards exactly per game. But they've had a lot of more second chance opportunities tonight. And Mac McIntosh will want a timeout here. We'll break. 2:33 left here in the third, and a cruising Spencer lead right now.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
.232 to go here in the third. We thank you very much again for spending your Friday night with us. With Rick Reams, I'm John Baldridge here at Anderson County High School in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, and a 29-15 lead in this first semifinal matchup of the 8th region, as Spencer trying to advance to the final tomorrow night and came out strong here early in this third.
Yeah, I tell you what, they've had their will of their way on the offense and defensive end. Really impressive outing by them so far, and North Oldham's got to find an answer.
Is that answer trying to get Smith and Sipes involved?
I think you're just going to have to go wherever you can, but yeah, those are the two you would go to.
Well, they got it up top here with Katie Smith. She'll try to get something started. Just been really slow offensively for this Mustangs team is Daly trying to look inside, and a bad pass.
Yeah, when you force it in there, that just causes a turnover and really a tough offensive set.
Mills to Johnson. Rocky in the corner. We go under 2 here in this third quarter. Inside of Johnson again, who's had an excellent game. Extra pass, 3-ball. Rocky no good. Trying to stay with it underneath is Basham, and North gets it back.
Great hustle there by Basham, just couldn't hold on to the ball.
Smith, Sipes. Gracie Sipes, their leading scorer. Will hand it off to her counterpart, senior, and Katie Smith. She'll tack the rim. Missed the shot, though. Doesn't hit the rim. Back to the Bears.
Yeah, the problem there is you're just forcing shots up. You got to get in your offense.
Inside here. Basham back up top. And Mills going to reset it. Picked up by Sipes. We run under 1:10 left here in this third quarter. Inside Brown. Ella Brown attacks the rack and has 2.
Tell you what, Ella Brown, she's just taking this game over, getting the ball anywhere she wants.
Sipes goes inside and missed the rim. As a whistle, and we got to travel underneath. This will keep it with North Oldham.
Yeah, I tell you what, the problem right now with North Oldham is the frustration is there, and you understand why they're frustrated. But the more frustrated you get, the more you just throw up shots, and you're just not getting the ball in the basket.
Brown had 17 on Monday. Had a very good first half for this Spencer team, and adding some more points here in the third as the bucket falls there inside. And this is going to cut the deficit back to a 14-point game.
Now North Oldham's got to get some stops.
Beautiful pass. Brown, she's got it. Bullseye from the corner, and a 34-17 lead with 30 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, doubled this up.
And it's been all Spencer here in the third. They only had 17 coming into this third quarter and have doubled that here in these 8 minutes. Loers, long 3. It doesn't hit anything, will deflect out a play and goes back the length of floor to Spencer.
Yeah, tough shot there by the 8th grader. She had an opening but just couldn't get it in the basket. Now Spencer's just going to run it out.
So a fun third quarter. Spencer coming alive and up by 17 as we head to the fourth here on Glycott.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
We welcome you back to Glenn Jury Court in a beautiful Anderson County High School in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky with Rick Reams tonight. I'm John Baldridge, a 34-17 ball game. First of 2, we got the home team, Anderson County, taking on South later tonight in a beautiful Anderson County. If you haven't made your way out, the finals tomorrow night, got a chance to look around Frankfort on Monday in the quarterfinals of this matchup. Got to see the Capitol building just 20 miles down the road. And here tonight, a beautiful basketball of a game we've had so far and a beautiful third quarter for Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer County came out, and I tell you what, I think we know at least now why North Oldham didn't shoot in between. They're just flat worn out. They are trying everything they can to get back in this game, and it's just so tiring for them right now. But what you have to do is you have to, if you are North Oldham, if you're Coach McIntosh, you said, you know what, Spencer County did that in one quarter. We can do the same thing in this fourth quarter.
Hankins inside, and she gets the scoring started here in the fourth.
Yeah, and that's where they need to go. Try to take that ball inside, get some easy baskets, and then see if that'll open up the outside.
Mills up top, picked up here by Smith. Hands it off to Rocky.
North Oldham's going straight man-to-man now.
Brown inside, and she'll have two again. Ella Brown.
Really good job by Ella Brown. Took that ball right to Sailor Hankins. Was able to put it in. Maybe even gotten fouled, but was able to put the two in.
Smith over the lowers, back up top here with Sipes. Sipes, who hasn't done much in the second half, gets it inside, and the shot up no good by Gross, but a second chance. Back up top to Smith. And it's no good.
Again, forcing shots, and I mean that's totally understandable, but you got to remember you can't get 17 points in one shot.
Basham, she'll pedal into the paint and have two.
Spencer just having their way. Be interesting to see with 6:42, a 19-point lead, how long does he leave all his players in? Because you said game tomorrow night that gets you to the Sweet 16. The Sweet 16.
Sipes no good. And we talked about it Monday night. North led the whole first half, kind of struggled in that third and fourth. Were able to hang on and win that ball game by two. Spencer trailed the whole first half Monday night against Simon Kenton as a shot there falls again. And a cruising lead. We'll get to those comments after the break, but a timeout will break also. A 41-19 Spencer lead here on Glycod.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Back here is a 41-19 lead on Glycod. Spencer cruising in this fourth quarter, looking like they'll advance to the finals tomorrow night. And I just talked about it a minute ago. North came in leading the ball game by 8 at half on Monday night against an Owen County team. They were able to hang on and win that ball game by 2. Spencer trailed the whole first half against Simon Kenton. And it's kind of been the same story. Spencer's had that mojo tonight, while it seems like North has been struggling to hang in this ball game the whole way through.
Yeah, the entire way. Nice pass there. But, yeah, at this point, that's the exact case that's going on.
Falls there for Gross. It's back to a 20-point game as we run under 5:45 in the fourth, 41-21. Spencer inside with Mills. Back again here. Brown, and she'll have two once again. Ella Brown can't be stopped out there tonight. And partner, you're having a heat stroke, but maybe it's because we're having an exciting ball game from Ella Brown here.
Yeah, she's just been the difference tonight.
3 balls, Sipes, no good. And Basham corrals the board. Stay with us. We'll have Anderson County and South about 20-25 minutes after the conclusion of this ball game here at Anderson County High School tonight. We thank you very much for joining us on Glycod. Mills up top, picked up by Smith. And a foul out front. This is going to go on Catherine Smith.
Yeah, tough foul there, but, I think it was a good call.
As Sipes going to take a seat here, as North going to make a couple substitutions.
Yeah, and one thing, John, that's kind of frustrating is that this North team, they're a better team than they're showing tonight, and I know that frustrates them. But they, this game's not over, but they don't have anything to hang their heads about. They've just right now they're just facing a Spencer team that's hitting on all cylinders.
Spencer trying to get back to the championship game in the regional for the first time since 2021. Mac McIntosh has done a great job with this North program, though. All in his third year, has took the team to the regional all 3 years, and just going to fall short looking like tonight with 4 to go. Down 22. Inside, Smith attacks the lane, and she's fouled.
Yeah, she's doing I think Smith does a better job when she does attack the lane as opposed to trying to settle for threes. But again, that's a common thing. When you get behind, you're trying to score as many points as you can, as quick as you can, and you think I can get 3. That's a quick way to do it. But, boy, you got to hit those threes, and tonight they're just not having that luck.
And just talking about Mac McIntosh for a minute, the head coach, he coached AAU for over a decade before coming to the Mustangs, so that was a big jump for him 3 years ago. And it seems like since he's took over this program, North's had a good team year in and year out, and another story this year if they do fall short tonight.
Yeah, it's one of those things. He's just building this program. It takes time to do that. You got to get girls in your system that understand your system. And right now he's trying to figure that out. But as you said, getting to the region 3 straight years, boy, I tell you what, a lot of teams would trade for that.
20-point game. Basham tightly guarded by the senior Smith. Looking down low, an excellent pass. Couldn't place any better at the block. Johnson puts it in.
Well, and, you know, that's one thing to talk about. Spencer County in that second quarter settled for threes. And you're seeing this offense they have, this high-powered offense. Now you don't need to settle.
Tight matchup down there between Brown and Daly right now. Trying to get her open. And deflect it back out, trying to send it back out. That's going to be an over and back. There, Smith tried to send it back out to the front court.
Yeah, just a lot of frustration right now on the team in white.
Partner, a packed house in here waiting for Anderson County, the home team tonight, the highest seed in the tournament.
I don't think we've seen anything yet. I think people are probably waiting for this game to end so they can come in and get seats. I know there have been people that have been eyeing the seats behind us, so we're not going to be allowed to have them in here. But, boy, I tell you what, if you're not here, you check us out on Glycod, but I have a feeling they're going to have to close these doors sooner or later. So.
Well, we thank Chris Labar for getting the rights to the 6th region, the 7th region, the 8th region, and the 11th region for all the work he does, the president of the company. Steve Bird for all his producing notes. Johnson grabs the board there, and Spencer looking like they'll play tomorrow night, trying to get to the state tournament.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that's what, as you start the season off early on, this is what you're looking for. Another pass out to Brown, missed it, but got a rebound and a block underneath.
Basham no good, and back Daly corrals it, 2-on-2 break. Passing ahead here, looking for Lohr. She'll send it back up to the corner. 3 ball, no good there by Cameron. Deflects out of play, staying with it. Trying to keep it alive was Gross, and the deflect out of play will stay with North Oldham.
Yeah, really good hustle there. Emma Brown was on the ground, had everything but wasn't able to hold on to the ball, and she's going to come out to a well-deserved standing ovation.
Ella Brown checking out of the ball game with Kayla Basham, getting a salute from her head coach. They're going to take this team to a chance to reach Rupp Arena next week. Inside. No good by Daly. Second chance stays with it. Doesn't fall there for Kennedy Daly.
I tell you what, that's just kind of the second half in a nutshell right there for North Oldham. Just could not get the ball to fall in the basket. They're going to bring their last 2 players in who haven't played yet just to get them some experience in this game.
Mills falls the deck. Skylar Mills has had a good ball game, had the ball in her hand a lot. It's fouled here with 2:23 left.
Some more subs in.
Johnson
one thing I do
will take a seat with Mills.
I was going to say, that's one thing I really love is these girls, whether you're the first on the bench or the last on the bench, you practice hard every day. And I love that they're getting the opportunity to come in, especially with 2 minutes and 23 seconds. It's not like they're going to come in and only play 6 or 7 seconds. So good for them, for both teams.
Addison Mercer, the sophomore, will check in for Spencer. We'll have it up top here. Cox has it in her hand. Pitches it to Hughes. Lily Hughes. Back to Cox. Just using this time. A Spencer team that will go to 23-11 on the year. We talked about in the pregame show with their head coach. It came down to the last seconds. They hadn't had many games decided by 3 points or less. But they, with that win on Monday night, winning it by 2, was their first win by 3 points or less this year over Simon Kenton, and going to win this ball game looking like by over 20 tonight.
Yeah, we really talked at halftime how we thought this was going to be a close game in the second half, but tell you what, a lot of coaching at halftime with Spencer County, really talking about their offense, the things we talked about, and then the North Oldham team just cannot find their wheels.
It's a 4-point game at the break, 17-13, Spencer on top, but North was never able to cut the deficit more than that.
No, it just increased from there, and I tell you what, just a tough night all around for North Oldham.
Trying to get it down low here to Hughes, spins around and is fouled underneath. Lily Hughes will go to the stripe for 2, the freshman.
And you know, the one thing you watch in these games is these girls that are freshmen now in 4 years, they're going to be playing major roles on this team, and they will go back to this night.
You're seeing those underclassmen get their opportunities, get their chances here in the later stages, and it helps the coaches a lot.
It does, but also what's kind of going to happen is you can have foul trouble, or you can have an injury where one of these girls who's usually not used to being in, she's got a little bit of extended time tonight, may have to play a little bit tomorrow night in the game.
Daly grabs the board. Looking towards the corner inside, trying to send it in there for Cameron. North gets it back up top with Daly. Looking for Lohr, shot up no good. Daly right there underneath, and she'll lay it in.
Yeah,
all over the place. Yeah. Kennedy Daly.
I tell you what, look at both these coaches are still coaching. They're not sitting down. They're both coaching their girls. Right now, Coach Hire, though, he's saying, okay, let's just take the air out of the ball. This game is ours. Let's be done here.
Great job by Spencer tonight. John Howie, the head coach of this Spencer team. It's a North team comes in averaging about 50 per game, and Howie's kept him in check down at 25, inside again, and 2 once more.
Yeah, nice pass there, nice play. 25 seconds left in this game.
Gracie Brown has the deuce. And it looks like it's going to be a 20-point victory here tonight for Spencer in this semifinal. Flex back out. Lohr's trying to track it down. Will go out of play. 5 seconds left. Partner, a fun win here tonight for this Spencer team. Will advance to the final. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, they'll take on the winner of South Oldham and Anderson. We'll have that coming shortly. The final score, 47-25, Spencer County in the first of 2 this evening. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment. I'm Glycott.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'll just take a picture of it. How about that?
Welcome back to Anderson County in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. We just saw a good halftime game.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Come out in the second half. Spencer County just absolutely put the pedal to the metal and let it rip. And I tell you what, they came out an easy win over North Oldham, a North Oldham team that just had a difficult night on the offensive end. Started off the second quarter, was able to get back in the game. But boy, I tell you what, John, once that third quarter started, Spencer County played the offense that I thought they could play and just did away with them.
Yeah, you mentioned it best. Spencer County was up big in that first quarter, 9-3. Then North stuck around, hung around for a while. At halftime was a 17-13 game. What really went wrong in that third quarter, you thought, for North?
Well, I tell you what, what went wrong was Spencer started doing what they're supposed to do, and Spencer stopped settling for three-pointers. But then what happened was, as Spencer County got a little bit of the lead, North's offense shut down. And once that shut down, they had no answers. And then Spencer, what happened? Ella Morrison happened, and she got going. The first half was very slow. I said the star players on both teams didn't have very good first halves. The second half, Ella Morrison showed you who she is.
Ella Brown, she really had a good game.
I'm sorry.
North's season comes to an end. They finished the year at 17-17, and they will get ready for the 2024-2025 season coming in the fall. Meanwhile, for Spencer County, they advanced. They got a chance to get to the state tournament tomorrow night. They go to 23-11, and they took everything they had tonight in the first half. Kind of struggled, but second half was all theirs. And we look at some of the team numbers from this matchup. The Lady Bears with 13 points off turnovers to the Mustangs, 8 points in the paint. The Bears with 28, the Mustangs with 14. The largest lead of the ball game was 21 for this Bears team. And a lot of defensive stops, 32 for the Bears. And we talked about at halftime, I felt like it was hard for this Mustangs team to beat the press, and the Bears used that to their advantage.
Yeah, they did. We saw they started getting turnover after turnover. And then we talked about not only Spencer County's offense, but when you get points off the turnover, second chance opportunities, that's where they were able to get a lot of points going there also. And like I say, it's just, and I really think Coach McIntosh would say the second half was an all-systems failure.
Tonight's game is brought to you by LaGrange Service Center, providing quality car care in LaGrange since 1964. Tonight's first half's final stats are presented by Oldham Financial, providing clarity for your financial future. And we take a look at some of the individual numbers from the ball game. First for Spencer, Hallie Johnson finished with 10 points, had 3 rebounds in 21 minutes. Kayla Basham with 2 points in the ball game, played 26 minutes. Lily Hughes saw the last 4 minutes, no points. Gracie Brown with 2 points. Skylar Mills with 2. Ella Brown, their leading scorer on the year and tonight, also led the way with 20, played 28 minutes. Ava Rocky with 5. Mallory Cox with 3. And Cassie Scott also with 3. For North Oldham, Sailor Hankins with 2. Avery Cameron with 1, also added 1 rebound in 13 minutes. Grayson Lors finished with no points, had 27 minutes in the ball game. Catherine Smith, the senior, will finish her Mustangs career with 8 points tonight, had 1 rebound in 27 minutes. Kennedy Daly had a good ball game inside. 6 points for Daly with 5 rebounds. 3 of them came on the defensive side of the board. Gracie Sipes finished with no points in the ball game, had a quick 2 early fouls in the first minutes, and only played 20 minutes in tonight's action. Ivy Gross with 8 points, and Mara Gibson finished with 0. That's got to be big, not getting Sipes on the board tonight.
Yeah, just we talked about the fact that she didn't play a lot the other night. She didn't play the first time these two teams played, so we thought she would be the difference out there. And unfortunately, in this case, she was the difference in the fact that she could not get the ball in the basket. They couldn't get the ball to her. The 2 early fouls really kind of took her out of her game. But again, I mean, they just didn't have an answer for Ella. And, it's just when Ella Brown got started, this game just turned, and there was no turning back, no looking back. Now it's going to be interesting to see, can this Bullitt County team, Spencer County team, do the same thing tomorrow night? Are they going to be able to keep their offense going the way they did in the second half? Because Coach Howie's going to want that. He's going to play the film of that first half and show them how they settled, what the score was, and then the second half. And I tell you what, as a coach, you don't have to say many words. You can just show that film and your team can see.
Final stats tonight are presented by Oldham Financial, again, providing clarity for your financial future. We take a look at tonight's most outstanding player, presented by State Farm Insurance agent Leslie Gilly. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance today, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. And Rick, it had to have been Ella Brown, but I'll let you choose who you thought was impressive both ways for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, Ella Brown, I'm just going to go with her. And then you know what? A really, really tough night for North Oldham overall. So what I'm going to do is something that would be, you may say, is the easy way out, but I don't think it is. I'm going to give it to all 3 of their seniors because you know what? They're the reason this team was here. That's Sailor Hankins, that is Katie Smith, and that is Gracie Sipes. They didn't have the game they wanted tonight, but you know what? They can at least leave a proud legacy of this team. 3 straight years in the regions. Build on that. Your leadership got your team here. And what you have to do right now in the locker room, if you're those 3 seniors, you try to forget this game. In a couple years, you'll just remember you got to the finals, or the semifinals.
A 47-25 win tonight for Spencer County. I will ask you real fast, we'll come back with the interview with the Anderson County head coach. We'll take a look real fast at our game coming here, presented by Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors. And we take a quick preview between this South Oldham matchup taking on this Anderson County team. Anderson's only lost 2 games this year. What do you expect to see here early in this one?
Well, again, I mean, you have 2 teams that have 2 all-star players coming out. And we saw in the first half that the first game.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Back here getting set for Game 2 with Rick Reams tonight. I'm John Baldridge here on Glycod after a impressive Spencer County win to advance to the finals 47-25. We get a good second game, an Anderson team that's only lost 2 games this year, the host of this tournament, 30-2 on the season, have won their last 11. South Oldham comes in 23-6. They've won 3 straight. It should be a fun one here in the second game tonight, Rick.
Yeah, excited to see both these teams play. As we were talking about, really 2 teams with 2 star players on their team. Laney Johnson, the Coach's Player of the Year in the 8th Region for the Lady Bearcats, and for the Lady Dragons, you have Ella Morrison, who is the Kentucky Athletic Basketball Coaches Association's Player of the Year in the 8th Region. So you got 2 Player of the Year in the 8th Region, which doesn't normally happen, and they're different players.
Clay Birdwhistle in his 10th season with this Anderson County team, and we'll try to take this team to the final tonight. I got a chance to catch up with him before the ball game, and here's his comments down courtside earlier on today. With the head coach in his 10th season of Anderson County, Clay Birdwhistle, as they get set for this semifinal matchup tonight against South Oldham. Take me through the season, how you guys done. You only lost the 2 games, but just take me through the year so far.
I mean, it sounds cliche or coach speak, but I mean, it's just been one game at a time. Whoever's next in front of us, we prepare for. And we've been fortunate to win a lot of games that, maybe a lot of people didn't have us winning, especially coming off last year where we lost first round of the region. We finished the last 10 games of the season like almost 500 after we had a kid get hurt. So, being able to come out and have a good start to our year and being able to continue, that's been big for us.
You're led by Laney Johnson, but also Jenna Satterley's played really well. Take me through those 2 players.
I mean, I think they're as good as any 2 in the state. Between the 2 of them, you're talking about almost 40 points a game on high efficiency. Jenna's a point guard for us. This is her 6th year on the varsity. She started since her sister graduated, and she was a sophomore. But, she's a kid that we've literally watched grow up. Same thing with Laney. Laney's one of the most dynamic scorers in the region, so, we're really proud of them.
Well, what's led to this through the success? We talked about the whole season, but just the last 11 games you guys won in a row. Has it just been gone a little bit of a row and you guys been getting things going the right way?
I mean, it's just one game. Yeah. We don't. I didn't know how many we'd won in a row until you said it. We don't look at it. We don't talk about it. We just, whoever's next, we prepare for them to the best of our ability. We play a lot of really good teams, so we got to be careful because we'll get embarrassed if we don't.
Next to South Oldham here tonight, and they're 23-6 on the year. I'm sure you've done your prep on them. They score about 68 points a game. You guys score about 60. Is it just slowing down the tempo tonight a little bit?
I mean, I don't know. The game will present itself how we need to play it. you know, we might play slower. Who knows? We might get out there and go fast with them. But, you know, you have to be careful with South. I've said all year long I thought they had the most talent in the region. So, you know, obviously they have a two-headed monster that's really good as well.
You mentioned those two girls, Madison Young, Ella Morrison, both for South. When you have two good players on both sides of the ball, is it important to get the other players involved through the stretch of the game?
Well, sure. And also depends on, you know, how each coach is going to deal with guarding the other two, how much help is going to occur and such. So, I mean, it'll be an interesting game. I think as the game goes on, I think you might see adjustments and people doing different things. But at the end of the day, players are going to have to make plays. And if you're going to win this game, you're going to have to beat a really good opponent.
Finally, you're going through your walkthrough right now. You just finished with school. You don't play till later tonight. You got to wait around for the first game. How do you keep the girls' mindsets locked in all day long through this matchup later tonight?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If you can't get up for the regional semis, go do something else.
Right. Well, have a good game. Best of luck.
All right. Appreciate you. Thank you.
We'll be back in a moment on GlideCod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh. Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, making your life easier with quality products and quality service.
Back here in Anderson County tonight, game number 2 getting set for South Oldham and Anderson. Back here with Rick Reams. And Rick, what are your comments and the keys into this matchup?
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Birdwhistle gave my first one right off the bat, that the streak is meaningless. You know, this is a new game. No one cares that you've won all these games. If you only lost 2 games this year, the streak is meaningless. The second thing is stay within the system. Play your game plan. Don't get so jacked up tonight that you lose your focus. You got to play within your system. South Oldham, they want to score. They want to score a bunch of points, so they got to play with tempo. And then they have to handle this atmosphere. Although I tell you what, South's got a good crowd, but I tell you what, this place is packed with Anderson County people. But there's no better way to come into someone else's court and quiet their crowd.
Keys of the game tonight are presented by Traditional Bank, who you bank with. Matters tonight's broadcast is authorized by Anderson County High School in the 8th region with production rights of Glycod Meat. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. We take a look at the starting lineups now for both teams in this game. Number 2, the winner will get Spencer County. And first for Anderson, they will go Lainey Johnson, Jenna Satterley, Ella Baum, Claire Cooper, and also Faith White. Hyatt will get the start, the 5 for head coach Clay Birdwhistle. Meanwhile, for South Oldham, on the opposite side, Madison Young, the senior, will start, with the senior Ella Morrison, both of them averaging combined about 45 points per game. Brian Brickerly will start, Grace Turner, and Chloe John under head coach Gene Heffington in his 9th season. Should be a fun one. The starting lineups get introduced. We'll come back with a tip here in a moment on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Glycod's coverage of the 8th Region Basketball Tournament starts now. Tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Oldham County Health Department, healthy people, strong community. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring Waste Wizard. And by LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Thompson Heating and Cooling, and Financial Solutions Incorporated. Now, courtside for all the action from Glycod.
Glycod basketball tonight brought to you by Thompson Heating and Cooling. Contact Thompson at 502-703-0244 for their 100% satisfaction guarantee. Thompson Heating and Cooling. Game 2 between Anderson County taking on South Oldham. The winner taking on Spencer County that won the first game over North Oldham. Back with Rick Reams here on Glycod. I'm John Baldridge at our broadcast table here at Anderson County High School. And Rick, what are your final comments as teams get introduced before we get this thing tipped away tonight?
Well, I think probably the focus tonight is going to be, and you asked Coach Birdwhistle this question, what other players are going to step up? Both teams have 2 all-star, all-state players, but they can't control the whole game. Which team? Can Anderson County get baskets from someone else, or can South Oldham get baskets from someone else? And I don't know if they can hear us or not, but this place is loud.
It is a packed house to the brim here tonight. A lot of Anderson faithful on hand here in Lawrenceburg. And we look at the starting lineups once again. Lainey Johnson, the the junior, 6 foot for Anderson. Jenna Satterley, the 5'9 senior. Ella Baum, the 5'10 junior for Anderson County. Claire Cooper will also get the start, the 6'3 junior. And Faith Hyatt, the 5'7 sophomore. Under head coach in his 10th season, play bird whistle for this Bearcats team. Lee Madison Young, the senior for South Oldham, of Ella Morrison, the senior. The 5'7 freshman, Ryan Brickerly, the 5'5 freshman, Grace Turner, and the 5'7 senior, Chloe John, for the Dragons under their head coach in his 9th season, Gene Heffington. As the officials about to make their way to center floor, we're about to get this thing tipped away here on this Friday night. A beautiful night for basketball. We reach March, a chance to win or go home on this March 8th, 2024. Anderson County in the white. It will be a dark blue here for the Dragons. And the tip is up in the air, and it goes the way of the Bearcats. And what do you expect to see here early?
I'll tell you what, I think both these teams, like the first game, would kind of feel each other out. South's going with the zone. Be interesting to see if Anderson can flash that middle. They had 2 players come in right there. So see if they can get some offensive power going early.
Cooper sends it back up top to Satterley. Has over 1,300 points in her career and a Bearcat uniform, and gets it deflected. Sets it back up top to the corner. 3 ball is blocked there. But another opportunity.
Great defense by Ella Morrison on the block.
Inside goes Cooper, extra pass the corner. 3 ball left side, no good by Johnson, but another opportunity. Back inside the paint, the shot up no good there by Satterley, and it goes back the first possession for the Dragons. And you expect to see that slow or fast tempo here tonight?
I tell you what, I think this is going to start off kind of slower, but then I think you're going to see this game increase and increase as these teams start kind of getting comfortable with this game.
Turner hands it off over to Morrison. Ella Morrison inside, and lost it. Ball hits the floor, and back to the Bearcats.
Turnover there, that's one thing. South Oldham wants to get at least a shot on every opportunity.
Both of these teams averaging about 30 boards per game. Anderson 31, Dragons averaging 34 rebounds per game. 3 balls straight on here, in and out, no good. But a second chance again. And set back up top to Satterley.
Now, both offensive opportunities for Anderson County missed a shot, but getting second chance opportunities.
Johnson kicks it to the corner. 3 ball, it's good. Hyatt from long range gets the scoring started.
Yeah, nice play there. Hyatt, no hesitation, got that ball to the basket.
3 ball to answer on the other end, no good. And Hyatt grabs the board. 3-0, 5:55 left here in the first if you're just joining us on Glycott. Game number 2 of the semifinal in the 8th region in Kentucky. Hyatt, another 3. And off the back of the heel, no good.
Another good shot, just didn't get it to fall.
Morrison trying to go inside, kicks it underneath here to John. Back to Morrison, deflected, staying with it. Chance underneath, no good. Second opportunity, doesn't hit the rim there, and back the other way.
Boy, a lot of physicality going on right now with no calls.
Still not a foul yet. Trying to look for Hyatt, and it deflects out of play in the corner, and this will go back to South Oldham.
Yeah, turnover there. South Oldham, kind of like we talked about in the first game with North Oldham, South Oldham needs to see the ball go in the basket right now. You can tell, we talked about it. Can they handle this atmosphere? Right now, they look like they're a little bit tense.
Turner inside. Gets it back here for Grace Turner, and she'll pedal into the paint. Spin around, get to the block. Her shot, the scoop, doesn't fall from the right side.
Good move, got the ball over Lainey Johnson, but just couldn't finish, and Johnson gets the rebound.
Johnson, 6-foot guard out there, this junior for this Dragons team, fires from long range, and no good.
Yeah, good shot, but just could not get it to fall.
Young trying to go inside their leading scorer. Doesn't fall for Madison Young.
Really good job on the boards there by Anderson County. They've really gotten strong. Ella Baum's gotten a couple offensive and defensive rebounds.
1-2 punch both ways. You'll see a lot of Johnson and Satterley for this Anderson team, Young and Morrison for this South Oldham team, as this one's deflected underneath. And it's going to be trying to get a third piece involved for both teams.
Third or fourth piece. You're going to have to find it from somewhere. We saw right then that Laney Johnson had a good backdoor cut, got the shot blocked, but someone else, because both teams are going to be keying on these stars.
Up top with one of those stars, Jenna Satterley, the senior, had 12 on Tuesday night in the quarterfinal win against Trimble County. Inside here, Johnson at the elbow knocks it down.
That's a good offensive set there. They were able to move the ball around. Johnson flashed to the elbow, was able to turn and put it in the basket.
A 5-0 start here. Under 4 we run in this first quarter. Turner. John a long three, doesn't hit anything, and it deflects out of play, and back to Anderson County.
And again, this is what we talked about. South Oldham needed to start fast. We saw North Oldham the same thing. Right now, 3 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first quarter, 0 points. The only good thing is they're only down 5. With this high power, with Anderson, with their scores, this game could be really out of hand already.
Satterley passes the bomb. She'll fire, and it's no good. Saved in the corner, though. Cooper throws it off a body, and it will keep it with the Bearcats.
Good hustle there. Cooper got in the corner and threw it off of Chloe John to keep possession.
They'll trigger it in here with Satterley. Get it back to Laney Johnson. And that's a tough matchup out there for Brickerly tonight.
Yeah, they're extending their zone out there.
3-ball Johnson. She's got it, had a little bit of room and knocked it down on the outside. And a timeout here and an 8-0 start for the Bearcats. We'll take a timeout also. Be back in a moment on Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Rocking out here on a Monday night, back with Rick Reams, and a quick start here for Anderson County, already up 8-0.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, South, you see the ball put in the basket, and there they got it.
Chloe John gets the scoring started for the Dragons.
Sometimes that's all it takes to get your team settled down, but a good timeout there, talked through the play they wanted, got the play, and got the shot and the basket.
Back up top here now to the free throw line to Hyatt. She'll fire straight on with bomb, and it deflects out of play, doesn't hit anything.
Yeah, it's her second shot that she's missed from that three-point shot. Coach Birdwhistle holding those hands, those palms down, saying settle down, let's run our offense. Now let's see if South can capitalize on that air ball.
South coming off a 3-point win Tuesday night against Grant County in the quarterfinals, 81-78, 23-6 on the year. Inside, they get into the paint and will foul underneath.
Really, it's just amazing how momentum changes when you see that ball go in the basket. I talk about that a lot, but I know I've played the game enough to know that it's just a big mental barrier that you just break. That all of a sudden you say, hey, you know what? We're just playing basketball.
Madison Young knocks down the first. Young, an excellent free throw shooter, tied for the team best at 82%, and has one more here. It goes 2 for 2, and quickly Rick gets back to a one-possession game.
Yeah, scored 5 in a row after giving up 8 in a row, and now they're coming out with a little bit of token press here. Looks like they're going back man-to-man right now.
What's a token press? How do you describe that?
Well, with that, you're just trying to slow the game down a little bit. You're not really going for traps, steals, or anything like that. But with that token press, it causes Anderson County to have to work harder to get the ball at court.
Inside the shot from the free throw line, no good by Satterley. taken back here by Morrison. Over to Young. Young inside the paint and got it off the glass.
Nice play there. I tell you what, really nice. That's a tough one to get off the glass there in front of the basket, but she did a really good job. And right now, this South Oldham team, you know what, they realize we can play. We're in this game.
And it felt like that timeout really helped that kind of slow things down.
And then you get a turnover there. And, you know, sometimes you think as a coach, is it too early to get a timeout? In this game, you take a timeout when you have to take a timeout.
Gene Heffington in his 9th season. Clay Birdwhistle for Anderson County, their head coach in his 10th season. So some veteran head coaches out here tonight. Morrison up top. Runs off a screen, gets into the lane again left side. And a little foul underneath.
Coach Birdwhistle said something very interesting. This Anderson County team is not used to losing early in the region like they did last year. So this year, I know after that game last year, they talked about this year and this night. They're getting to where they want, but they're not there yet.
They get it into Turner. Her shot up, no good. And the rebound goes to Jenna Satterley. Satterley, nice a beautiful look. Dish underneath. And that's McGregor who has 2.
Yeah, they lost McGregor underneath and a nice pass.
Young again, double team this time, gets it back and finds an open inside, and that's John, and we got to travel.
Now if you're South Oldham, you got to settle back down a little bit, get back in this game. That's what Coach is over there telling him. He's just kind of saying, okay, play our defense, play our offense, and now again, just putting a little bit of pressure as the ball comes up court.
25 left here in the first half. Anderson can hold for a final shot. Up 10-7. Johnson inside the paint, sends it back up top to Satterley. 10 seconds left, around the back, gets inside the lane. Her shot, no good, stays with it underneath is Johnson. Extra pass out, 3-ball, no good there by Cooper. 1 second left, and this will stay here with Anderson with just .2 on the clock.
Yeah, .2, you can't get a shot off. You're going to have to throw it up and just try to get a tip.
Tempo's starting to pick up a little bit.
And that's what we said. I thought this game would start off slow and then go from there.
They get it into Johnson. Yeah. Has a good look, but couldn't get it off in time. And that's how the first 8 come to a close. After 1, 10-7. Anderson on top here on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
We're back.
We head to the second. Yeah, it's been an exciting ball game. I didn't have my headset on. But
you're good. We're right here. I tell you what. You know, it's interesting. That last play there, Coach Birdwhistle, he's talking to his team. He's telling Lainey Johnson, you know, she tried to catch it and take it to the basket. 2/10 of a second, she's tall enough. They did a great job lobbing her. She got to tip that ball in. But, you know, those are coaches' moments. Even this late in the season, that can come in handy later on.
Well, 7-0 run after starting 8-0 here for Anderson. How have they been able to jump back into it, you think?
I tell you what, they just settled down and played their game. You cannot start getting caught up in the emotion. You just got to play your game.
They get it inside, back up top. 3-ball there by Flynn, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Lainey Johnson.
Yeah, that 6-foot-tall frame, it's hard to get a rebound over top of her.
Johnson, their leading rebounder, averaging 6.5 per game. To Satterley. Sends it to the corner. Inside, give and go, trying to get inside. There was Cooper staying with it, though, underneath, and it falls.
Really good job there, again, by Faith McGregor.
3-ball on the other end, had some time, had a crease, and Bricky knocked it down.
Well, I tell you what, she had no hesitation. Very pretty shot.
Back to a 2-point game here in the second quarter. Johnson pulls up from the free throw line, no good. Young inside, and Madison Young off the cylinder.
Beautiful ball handling skills there. Went behind her back, through her legs, got to the side and put that ball in the basket with no fear.
And quickly, we're all tied up again after an 8-0 start for Anderson County, 12 all. Inside goes Satterley, and she'll go to line for two.
Tell you what, let's give this South Oldham team a lot of credit. They could have just kind of folded their tents and said, uh-oh, we're in big trouble, but they've come back out and played.
The South team averaging 66 points per game. Anderson coming in averaging 60. I talked to the head coach of the Bearcats of Anderson County, played bird whistle before the ball game, and he didn't give any information to me. He was kind of hesitant, saying, I don't know what tempo we're going to see, but you talk about it. Slow down first, and here we picked it up a lot faster.
Yeah, in a semifinal game of the region, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You start off like that, but then, boy, emotions get going, and you want to play this game fast and just do the best you can, and that's what we're seeing right now on both teams.
So Satterley 1 for 2. They get it across the floor quickly and knock it down to the left side. Once again, Bricky.
Tell you what, she's not aptly named right now. She's throwing no brick. She's throwing right in the middle of the bucket.
Brian Bricky makes the first lead tonight and puts South on top by 2. Inside here, the shot up by Johnson, no good. And grabbed underneath by Madison Young.
Good try by Anderson there. They had a mismatch underneath, but just couldn't put it in the basket.
Young, the leading rebounder for this South team, averaging 9 per game. We got a foul. This is going to go a moving screen here and back to the Bearcats.
Yeah, a good call there. Ella Morrison just was not set on that pick. Got to have your feet set. Don't move your arms. And if the girl runs beside you, you can't move to get in front of her.
Packed house here on this Friday night. It's been a fun one so far. 15-13 here in the second quarter with Rick Reams, John Baldridge alongside. Thank you for spending your night with us on Glycod. Johnson inside, attacking the rim, and has the deuce.
Good job there by Johnson getting to the basket. Also a really great job jumping sideways, not getting a charge.
Turner hands it off to Flynn. Outside the perimeter with Young. Young trying to go downhill and loses it. Stripped out of her hand by Ella Baum. And a 2-on-2 break. Inside goes McGregor. And we have a foul. Got deflected with the foul called first. And back to the stripe will go the Bearcats.
Yeah, really good defense on one end leads to offense on the other.
You can see some of the replays here. Some good looks on our Glycod feed tonight. And the first up and good there. And puts Anderson back on top. Back and forth we go.
Faith McGregor's had a big game so far. Missed the second free throw.
So stays a 1-point game. Morrison fires from distance, no good. Trying to stay with it there is Turner. He gets it back, no, over and back called. Anderson wanted it. Bricky, she's got it again. 3 for 3 from outside.
Yeah, I think the official said that Anderson County touched that ball in the front court, and that's why they could go over and back and not have it called.
Johnson pulls from the baseline, no good.
South Oldham has done this without their player of the year candidate or player of the year scoring so far, Morrison.
Morrison looking inside, a bad pass. Will stay underneath with the Dragons. And it feels like the momentum's kind of shifting towards South Oldham.
It is right now. I tell you what, things are going the way. That no call down here turned into a three-point shot. Bricky's hit 3 big ones. So right now the momentum is all with this South Oldham team.
They get it in here, looking inside to Morrison and deflect it out again.
Yeah, it's tough to get the ball in there against Lainey Johnson. I think with that, if they're going to play man-to-man, you move her outside. Got a wide open three here off the inbounds pass.
Turner fires from long range, no good. Back, second chance underneath, and it's good.
Tell you what, really good play by Madison Young there. She's having a really good first half also.
Biggest lead so far, a 2-possession lead for South. Inside, it's deflected. Satterley got it rejected. Back to Johnson up top. Lainey Johnson, extra pass, an open shooter from the side, no good. Back inside the paint goes Satterley. And Jenna Satterley, a couple chances on the offensive board there, puts it back at the stripe.
Yeah, I tell you what, really nice rebound there once again by Faith McGregor. A nice pass in to get the opportunity for 2 free throws.
And as a coach, that's something you can't be satisfied about, giving them 2 or 3 looks there.
And that's what we talked about in the first game and in this game. Second chance, third chance opportunities can kill you because it just changes the momentum of the game. You should have the ball going the other direction, but you did not block out.
One more coming here for Satterley, trying to go 2 for 2 at the stripe. He was able to do so, and it's back to a 2-point game. Student section in front of us, a jam-packed Anderson County High School tonight. And Turner almost loses it, has it trapped in the corner. Gets it back to Young inside, paddled home and has the deuce.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, she's really played under control tonight. Really, really nice ball game so far for Madison Young, who averages 19-9. So
we talked about that 1-2 punch, and right now, having some other pieces step up in the second quarter for South Oldham has given them that 4-point lead. Johnson picked up here by Young, and it's no good. Staying with it underneath is McGregor, and she'll go to the line.
Once again, McGregor, she's the most active player on this Anderson County team right now, getting on the boards, getting it back there, getting 2 free throws, and now that's five team fouls. So
Faith McGregor will have 2 here, the junior. Coming in 60% from the line, no good on the first. And you're seeing a lot more size. I hate to compare the 2 games, but a lot more size on both of these teams than we saw in the first game.
Yeah, especially that North Oldham team that was very undersized. But yeah, this team really has a lot of height in both sides.
Winner going to take on Spencer County tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. And the championship game in the Ave region. 4-point game here right now. Turner hands it off. 3 ball is up. It's no good this time. It deflects out of play off the back of the heel. And will go back to Anderson.
You know, the one thing you look at is the fact that Anderson County won the other night 59-28, which is a good thing because you're able to rest some players. But also, you weren't in a game that really put you under the spotlight. And so let's see how they respond to this. I know they've got a huge win streak. They've only lost 2 games all year. But a lot of times you win those games by a lot and you're not used to a close game. Anderson's
Coming in 30-2 on the season, but they've only had 3 games this year decided by 10 points or less. They're 3-0 in those games. And the shot up here inside by Satterley, no good, but she'll go back the line, and quickly some chances coming here at the stripe for the Bearcats.
Yeah, and Coach Birdwhistle will tell you, I mean, he's happy that they haven't had to play close games. But, boy, I tell you what, as this season tightens and tightens, as you get towards this point of the season and then on into the Rupp Arena, man, I tell you what, you're going to have to win some close games.
First is good there, and both of these teams facing that they'll see tonight, and if they can win this game going on, taking on Spencer County, both of those teams have played some tough games in this tournament already.
Yeah, exactly, and I tell you what, there's just something about having to go through the rough wars to get a win, and then tonight you saw Spencer County, after a tight game the first game, came back and won easily in the second game and the first game tonight.
Chloe John Gets it over to Hall inside, and she's got it off the glass.
Wow, what a shot there. Was able to get it with the left hand there. Nice move.
Sydney Hall on the board, the senior. One of the 4 seniors on the roster.
Yeah, she averages 2 points a game, so she's got her average.
Inside goes Satterley again, and she puts it in for 2.
Nice play by Satterley, but a good play by South Oldham not to foul there. Just give her that basket.
2-point game. Shot no good there this time by Hall. And back to Anderson County. Johnson going to bring it up, trying to go coast to coast, and throws it off the side of the backboard. Inside goes Morrison, and Ella Morrison gets it deflected, will stay with South.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration there. Lainey Johnson thought she got a foul there.
Stay with us at halftime. We'll look at the halftime stats and get set for the third with 55 seconds left here in this first half of play. They get it in, and Morrison puts it in for 2.
There's Morrison. Really good job. Turnaround jumper, a little bit of fall away, got a little bit of separation, was able to put that ball in the basket to keep this 4-point lead.
26-22. Remaining seconds of this first half. Inside, no good off the backboard again this time, but back up top here to Hyatt. She'll get it to Satterley. Satterley, a pass inside. Could have been a shot, but got it underneath, down to the block and laid it in. Was McGregor.
McGregor again. She got the first rebound, got the ball back out. Either got the rebound or the pass on the assist, put it in the basket.
And the shot inside, this time by Sydney Hall, is no good, but she'll go to the stripe for the first time tonight with 9.4 left here in the second quarter.
You know, in games like this, you have to notice things. Hall is all left-handed. She wants to go to her left, so what you got to do is you got to make a lefty like that uncomfortable, make her go to her right. So we'll see in the second half if they try to do that.
Hall 63% from the line this year. Trying to make it a 3-point game. And gets the second to go home. 27-24. Anderson bringing it up in the last 5 seconds. Satterley to the corner. McGregor fires from straight on, no good. And that's how the first 16 come to a close at halftime. A 27-24 fight to come back by South. They're on top. We'll take a break at the halftime stats here in a moment on Glycol.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by the Oldham County Health Department. Find out about their array of wellness programs and services by visiting oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people, strong community.
We're at Anderson County High School, where the South Oldham Dragons on top 27-24, and a very competitive first 16 minutes back with Rick Reams. And Rick, I mean, it felt like for a while Anderson was going to run away with it. Got out to an 8-0 start, but then a 7-0 run by the Dragons, and now they're on top here at the break.
Yeah, this game's going back and forth. I'll tell you what, as you said, Anderson County started off fast, which I think we both expected would happen. A home game here in front of your home crowd. The South Oldham team, again, we talked about the fact that they could have just kind of closed ranks and said, well, we're not going to win this game. But, boy, they came back out, have had a really, really good first half. And right now, as we talked about it, is Anderson County, are they starting to feel a little bit tight? I know they've got a lot of game left, but I'm sure there's not many games where it's only a 3-point game at halftime.
And they haven't been in a lot of close games this year. So what does the coach tell them at halftime?
What you do is you tell them that, okay, girls, this is what we've worked for every day, okay? We don't talk about, I mean, he's not going to say this, but I'm thinking they don't talk about the streak. They don't talk about other things. What he's telling his girls is, here's the game plan. Let's move more on offense. We're getting second choice opportunities. That's a good plan. But on the defensive end, we've got to put more pressure on the ball. We've got to get out on the three-point shooters. We've got to cut down on turnovers and mistakes.
We'll take a look at some first half stats here, presented by Oldham Financial, providing clarity for your financial future. Visit oldhamfinancial.com for more information. Some of the team numbers in the first half. The Bearcats with 4 points off turnovers, the Dragons with none. Points in the paint has been evenly matched. 12 for the Bearcats, 10 for the Dragons. The largest lead has been 8 to start that ball game for the Bearcats. Right now a 3-point game. And we look at the third chance points, and that's something you don't always see in the category. But right here, the Dragons with 12 third chances and 6 for the Bearcats. And the defensive stops, 14 for the Dragons, 12 for the Bearcats. And it really is going to come down to those third chances.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot give up third chances. We talked about that fact. That will kill you. Right now, South Oldham is luckily not being bad hurt by that. But you're going to see in this second half, I think you're going to see a concerted effort to block Anderson County off the boards and just give them one opportunity.
We take a look at the individual numbers, again presented by Oldham Financial tonight, providing clarity for your financial futures. Individually, first for South Oldham, with that 3-point lead, Ella Morrison with 2 points has 4 boards in 16 minutes. Chloe John, 3 points, has played 11 minutes. Bricky has shot the ball well, 3 for 4 from outside with 9 points coming from behind the arc. 1 rebound for Bricky in 16 minutes. Grace Turner, no points, has 1 rebound in 16 minutes. Madison Young, 10 points on 4 rebounds in 13 minutes. And Sydney Hall, 3 points in 2 minutes. For Anderson County, 7 points for Jenna Satterley. Satterley has played all 16 minutes. No points for Cooper. Does have 2 boards, though, for this Bearcats team in 11 minutes. Madison Glass, no points. Has attempted 1 shot in 2 minutes. Lainey Johnson with 7 points, 4 rebounds, leads them in that category. She's played all 16 minutes. Ella Baum, no points, 3 rebounds in 15 minutes. Faith McGregor, 7 points, has 5 rebounds in 9 minutes. And Faith Hyatt, 3 points and 1 rebound She's played 9 minutes. And I just mentioned it, looking at those numbers, and what really catches my eye, Rick, is both teams have played a lot of their girls for all 16 minutes.
Yeah, and I think that's what you're going to see even in the second half here. They're not going to go really, really deep on their bench. They've got the players that they want to play in the game. As long as there's not foul trouble or injury, you're going to see these players come out. What I did notice, though, is I noticed with about 4.5 minutes left before the start of the third quarter, the Anderson County team came out and warmed up. What that tells me is Coach Birdwhistle had a very, very concise message to his team. You go in, you tell them what you expect of them, you tell them you believe in them, you tell them to get out there and play the game, and then you let them go off the court. South Oldham stayed in the locker room a little bit longer because if you're South Oldham, if you're Coach Heffington, you want to tell your team, look, this game's not over yet. We're winning right now 27-24, but it's going to take a yeoman's effort in the second half to do the same thing. So let's not get too high-headed. Let's not start resting on our laurels. Let's go ahead and play this game out, see if we can't get the victory.
Tonight's scoreboard presented by Kinzer, and Kinzer delivering clean, comfortable air. A 3-point lead for South Oldham at the break. We'll have the third in a moment on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-6.
Hi again, everyone. We welcome you back as we head to the third here in Anderson County with Rick Reams tonight. I'm John Baldridge, and the second of our doubleheader in the semifinal matchup, and a 3-point South Oldham lead, and quickly 3 seconds delayed. Anderson trying to cut the deficit and not the start they wanted here in the third.
No, you can tell that was a set call out of the quarter. They were trying to get the ball underneath to Laney Johnson. Coach Birdwhistle doesn't like the call, but what happened was Laney Johnson set up in the lane to begin with, then broke up to the middle, so that whole time she's considered in the lane.
Turner hasn't scored a lot in this first half. Getting the ball here in the third. Has seen a lot of action, though. She'll get off to Madison Young, their leading scorer coming into tonight's matchup. As you mentioned, averaging about 19 per game. Long three here, and it falls. And once again, Ella Morrison getting involved.
Yeah, Ella Morrison, that's what you love to see if you're South Oldham. Get her started in the second half because she had a really, really slow first half.
Hyatt. Anderson going with their same five they started the ball game with. Satterley has it up top. Satterley trying to go downhill and is fouled in the paint.
Yeah, a lot of times on that play, if you're South Oldham, just stand your ground, get the foul, get the charge called because you tried to block that shot. No need to.
busy night of high school basketball. The 7th region going on at Valley High School tonight. A good one here right now. Satterley's, her first is up and no good. Satterley comes in the best free throw shooter on this Anderson team at 87% this year. You got to make free throws when you're trailing.
I'll tell you what, especially in the postseason, free throws can make you or break you. You cannot leave point opportunities at the free throw line.
So go 1 for 2, cut it back to 5. And 3 ball here on the other end, no good by Morrison. Staying with it though in the corner is Young. Young inside the lane, fades away, fires, no good, gets it back. He deflects and taken by Hyatt. Hyatt double teamed, and we're gonna have a foul.
Yeah, a lot of handsies going on, and let it go for a little bit, but then slapped down on the ball and got the foul called.
Dave Hyatt, a lot of size, 5'7", sophomore. Just getting the start tonight for Anderson County. Took some contact there, gives the ball back to the Bearcats. They'll bring the length to the floor. Johnson up top to Baum, now to the corner. McGregor.
South Oldham is switching every screen, no matter who has the ball. So going to see if we can get some mismatches, but a turnover.
Ellebaum looking for Johnson, taking back a 2-on-2 break. Turner gonna bring it back out to the elbow. Gets to the corner, looking to get it back straight on here with Bricky, and a foul out front. And almost a steal there as Johnson got her hand on it.
We're going to call that one on Laney Johnson. That was a good call.
First here on Anderson in the third. 2 already on South Oldham. 2 minutes down. Turner gives it to Young. Cross-court pass.
Ooh.
Looking for Bricky. She'll fire. Has 3 threes in the ball game. No good there. Doesn't anything. And back to the Bearcats.
Yeah, that one she rushed. She needs to take her time on that shot. But I tell you what, there's a long cross-court pass that almost got stolen also. So South Oldham needs to clean those passes up a little bit, break that distance down on those long passes.
And Rick's Buell behind us now. It's packed in here. You can't find a place to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Johnson, baseline, skips it across and throws it away looking for Satterley.
Johnson's having a little bit of frustration right now, so she just needs to kind of settle down, get her game. I guess the powers that be said the girls can't sit behind us, but that's okay. So
probably was me. They didn't like the way I talked about it, and they walked away.
There you go.
Packed house, a lot of students here tonight for this matchup. Inside, Turner will send it back out to the corner. Turner using the baseline, a beautiful pass to the right corner, back up top. No good there, taken by John, and it goes out of play.
Yeah, really nice offensive possession. Just couldn't put the ball in the basket. So right now, Anderson County's gone a couple minutes without scoring here, so they really need to get back into the flow of their offense. One thing they need to do is they need to be moving more. They're standing still a lot, waiting for the passes to come. Got to get everything on the move.
Johnson inside, and she's fouled on the arm. That's going to go on John. And the second here, make that the third on South Oldham in this third quarter.
Really good play there by Johnson. She brought the contact to her to get that foul. Get to the free throw line again. Maybe see if she can get herself going here.
Johnson makes the first. Johnson coming in, has scored over 1,700 points with this Bearcats team. Was the 8th Region Girls Player of the Year in her 32nd game today, and goes 2 for 2. And a timeout used. A 3-point game. We'll take a timeout also. Break with 4:57 left here in the third on Glycott.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
4:57 to go here in the third. The band on hand at Anderson County. The home team in this tournament, hostess of the 8th Region. And in the semifinal matchup, a 3-point South Oldham lead. Morrison trying to get in the paint. Almost got it stripped away. John in the corner. Chloe John, the senior, one of the 4 seniors we talked about on this South Oldham team. To Turner. She'll hand it off, a long 3, doesn't anything there. And another opportunity, a third chance. We've seen a lot of those third chances. Again, John fires. That's no good. 3 looks there though, Rick.
Yeah, they got 3 looks, just couldn't put in the basket. They've gone a little bit cold, and now Anderson's starting to make their move and get into the free throw line. And we talked about the fact you get to the free throw line, get some points that way, you're going to close this deficit and get back in this game.
Satterley with 2 coming here. Trying to close the gap here in this third quarter. And she'll make the first. Satterley with 7 in the first half. 5 for 6 from the line in that first 16 minutes. Back of the stripe here, trying to make it a 1-point game. He's able to do so. 30-29, and a fun second game we've had.
Now, South Oldham really needs to run some good offense, find an easy shot.
Matt Young looks inside to Bricky, no good. Taken back here by Johnson, trying to go in, gets down into the block, and has the deuce.
Yeah, right now, if you're South Oldham, you've got to be thinking about taking a timeout here. This game is starting to turn. A lot of momentum going Anderson County's way.
3 ball, doesn't hit anything, out of play, taken there.
There's the timeout.
By Flynn, and that will be a timeout used by Gene Heffington. We'll take another break. 3:39 left here in the third. Anderson back on top on Glycod.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
One-point game as you take a look at some replays here, as a good shot up, got inside was Johnson, a gun, and puts this Anderson team back on top with 3:39 to go. And what do you think that timeout was used? What did the coach of South Oldham say during that huddle?
What have I talked about all night? Settling for the wrong 3-point shots. They've had 3 straight offensive opportunities, 2 air balls, another miss off that. He's got to be talking about their offensive efficiency, which is right now not very efficient.
The momentum has definitely switched, and we'll see here if Anderson's got an open look, and they got another 3. Good passing to the corner.
South Oldham also switched back to their zone there and gave up that 3.
Back up top here with Flynn trying to hand it off, almost taken away. Young gets it back though.
Not that this crowd hasn't been in this game, but now they are really into this.
Young trying to go give and go inside, keeps it herself and puts it up, no good.
Huge possession here. South Oldham's got to get a stop.
Good pass by Johnson, trying to use the baseline. Satterley. Inside goes McGregor, back to Johnson from the elbow. Left it short, looking for a foul.
Yeah,
doesn't get one.
I don't know, her elbow may have gotten hit there.
Ricky looking towards the sideline, and Satterley gets her hands on it.
Yeah, ball bounced off the official. Everyone needs to remember official is part of the court, so just because the ball hit him, it's still out of bounds.
Anderson going to make a substitution as Morrison checks back in. 34-30. Bearcats on top. Inside, back up top here with Flynn again. He'll pitch it over. And a foul in the paint here took some contact. Was Madison Young.
Tell you one thing, Grace Turner, number 14 for the Lady Dragons, she is able to get pretty much where she wants. She's going to have to start shooting the ball. She's making a lot of passes, which is okay, but she's getting to the basket. Go ahead, be unselfish, and shoot that ball.
Young backing in on Johnson, and she's fouled, and the crowd doesn't like it. That's a tough situation. Going against a 6-foot guard there, but Young was able to work her way to the stripe.
Yeah, and the referee is saying that she had her hands out and not straight up, which I hate because no one ever has their hands absolutely straight up. But, you know, at the same time, very frustrating. But again, South Oldham has got to see the ball go in the basket. I say a lot of things throughout the game because that's what I have learned over time is right now they cannot get the ball in the basket and they're just hit this drought.
1 for 2 there, back to a one-possession game. South only with the 4 points here. 6 minutes down in this third quarter. The shot no good. And it will deflect out. Who's it off of? And the Anderson bench doesn't like it.
They're going to change the call.
The officials coming to meet. And they're going to rule it back to the Bearcats.
That's a good bit of officiating there. You have to come together, make sure the call is correct, especially in a game like this. So they got together, made the right call.
So they'll keep it here with Anderson. This is going to be a tough spot to throw it in, though.
Yeah, a really tough spot. Have a really deep corner. See if they just throw the ball way long.
Lainey Johnson will just trigger it back into the backcourt.
Beautiful two-handed long pass.
Cross court to Johnson, and she's got the triple.
Beautiful skip pass all the way across, and Johnson hits the three.
On the other end, no good there for Bricky. And a 3-on-2 break, passed ahead, left alone in the block, and it falls. McGregor's got 2, and a timeout used with 1:27 left here in the third. 39-31, and a quick momentum swift here in this third quarter.
I tell you what, this game has turned on a dime, literally. South Oldham came out, had a really good start to the third quarter, but I tell you what, right now they just don't have any answers. And Anderson County has made up the huge deficit. Watch this cross-court pass, beautiful, right into the shooter's hands, hits that three, and boy, I tell you what, a quick timeout from Coach Heffington, the second in a row. But again, you're not going to be able to take these timeouts till next year. Go ahead and use them now.
You're seeing a team that shoots at a 46% clip. It took a while to finally get it going, but they're getting it going right now.
You can see why this team's on the streak that they're on. Again, though, if you're Anderson County, Coach Birdwhistle's telling his team, we're up 8 points, that's true, but we got another quarter and 1 minute 25 seconds, 1 minute 27 seconds to play. Let's keep up the intensity. South Oldham again, settling for bad shots. Run your offense, get the ball going, get the ball inside and back out, and see if they can make a difference. And I tell you what, they've got 3 different coaches talking to them right now at South Oldham's bench.
It felt like in the locker room, the coaches really kind of changed the momentum because Anderson came out of the locker room late, and they were able to come out here fast and get out to an early lead. And since then, it's now an 8-point game.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this game really is teetering right now on this game getting out of hand. And if you're South Oldham, you've got to get a good score now.
I'll try to get inside here with Turner, and she'll lose it and back the other way.
Dribbled it off her foot there. Huge turnover.
Satterley works it into the front court. And just really using their time. You got to find a way to get some turnovers, get some stops. But inside again, the shot rattles out there for Johnson. And we got to travel underneath, trying to stay with it, was Baum.
Yeah, Baum did a really good job on the offensive boards there. But boy, what a beautiful move by Laney Johnson. Did everything but finish, but it was a beautiful move in there. You see why she was the player of the year in this region.
Turner hands it off inside, a chance for one more. Pedaled in the paint, down the block, and it falls. Ella Morrison.
Now that's the way you run your offense. Take the ball to the basket. Get a big free throw here, try to get another stop in this game. You know, again, you still have a quarter to play.
Morrison trying to cut the deficit, trying to add the and one, is able to do so. Back to a 39-34 game, under a minute here in this third quarter.
It's a good, big change of opportunity there as Anderson missed a pretty easy shot and then came down. South Oldham gets that and one.
Hyatt inside again, Johnson. Lady Johnson spins around on two defenders, gets it blocked, and a late whistle. Official's going to award the foul. We'll see who it goes on. They're going to assess it there on Morrison. We'll put Johnson at the stripe.
And you're wondering how long is it going to take to get this 6-footer inside and post up. That's what they need to do. She's such a big girl, tall, that no one can stop her, and South Oldham's trying to play behind her.
Johnson had 25 against Trimble on Tuesday night in the quarterfinals. 6-foot junior. In her junior season was the 8th region player of the year. Makes them both. 20 seconds left. We'll see if South holds for a final shot.
If I'm South, I'm not going to rush anything here unless I get a wide open shot.
Morrison inside, gets it blocked. Another late whistle, and that will send South to the line.
Yeah, again, good call there. It got hit on the forearm. I know the crowd doesn't like it. It looked like it was a clean block, but she got hit on the forearm before she hit the ball. So 2 more free throws.
Morrison, 82% this year from the line, the best free throw shooter on the team, and this is the first.
And right now in a game like this where fatigue's starting to set in, free throws, the important thing is bend those legs, get some legs under your shot, or you're going to end up short every time.
Morrison coming in, only needed 36 points to get to 2,000 in her career.
Missed free throw and then a rebound by Madison Young, the basket. So Morrison misses 2 free throws, 5.8 seconds. Madison Young gets the rebound, offensive rebound, puts it in, gets the basket, and now for a 3-point play.
Young trying to cut it to 4. With 5 to go. Misses it here, back to Hyatt. Satterley brings it across. Gets inside the 3-point line from the elbows. Got it at the buzzer.
Boy, I tell you what, a beautiful play. She had the clock in front of her. She's able to run down the court, get to the elbows, you said, and boom, put it in the basket.
We go to the 4, 43-36 on Glycott.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Shot there as the horn sounded into the third. Back with Rick Reeves, John Baldridge here with you, and another look at it. And it's going to come down to the last stretches, but it feels like Anderson's just creeping and hanging alive right now.
Yeah, they are. They feel like they're trying to increase it out. Right now they can't push it out. If you're South Oldham, you can't allow that to happen. But, John, let's be honest. This does not feel like a regional semifinal game. This feels like a regional final game. These teams are giving it all they have to get to tomorrow night's final.
It's sure been exciting first 24 minutes.
Absolutely.
8 to go. We thank you very much for joining us. 43-36, straight on three, and it falls. From long range, Grace Turner, her first three tonight.
What did I tell you Grace Turner needed to do? She's been able to get anywhere she wants on the court. That time she hit that three, which is going to open up opportunities for her to get drive to the basket.
The first three go to South Oldham, and Hyatt almost lost it. Gets it to Satterley inside. Pump fakes, goes back out with it, left it short at a second chance.
Faith McGregor again. She has been all over the backboards tonight.
Satterley trying to attack the lane. Into the White, gets it back across the logo. Picked up here by Bricky. Bricky, who had 9 in the first half, hasn't been able to hit a three in the second. Inside it goes up strong. Satterley off the back of the lip.
Yeah, good look there by Satterley, but couldn't get it in Bricky with the board.
To the corner over to John. Turner. Grace Turner, who just made a three, thought about it and goes inside. Picked up here by Lainey Johnson. A tough matchup. Johnson stands 6 foot tall. Runs off a screen, has a little bit of room. Up in the air, no good.
Yeah, really weird spin on that ball. Spun it out of the basket.